me make something very, very clear to you. There is no easy path. There is no get rich quick path. There is, though, an easier path and a faster path than what you've already been doing to get to riches, to get to building wealth, to get to making money. And sometimes in life we choose to take the harder path because we don't even know what is out there. We don't even know like an easier and a faster path. So today I'm going to show you the exact principles based off of the Bible to get to riches the quickest. So the fastest path to cash. The Bible states a man's stomach shall be satisfied from the fruit of his mouth, from the produce of his lips, he shall be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. So what it's saying is, if you want to be satisfied, if you want your stomach to be filled, if you want life, if you want to eat the fruit, it comes from the mouth. We have all these different parts in the body, but the one that will make you the most money is your mouth. The way you talk to somebody, how you talk to them, the way you talk to your situations. Why is that? You could either speak life or death. The Bible says you could speak life or death, and then if you love what you speak, if people love what you speak, it will fill your stomach and you will eat its fruit. So let's talk about this. So, speaking life or death, let's give an example. So say yourself. Let's talk about yourself. Let's talk about yourself. You're running into a situation, right? So you're running into a hurdle. Here you are. Right. Here you are. Here's an obstacle. Here's a problem that you're facing. Here's a problem you're facing. You're speaking death into the situation. So what you're saying is, you can't. There's a saying, those who say they can and those who say they can't are both usually right. So guess what? You say to a problem, you say to a situation that you can't do something. So guess what? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So then in return, your body behaves in a way that you can't overcome that obstacle. Think about on the other side. You're speaking life into a situation, right? You speak life into a situation. Here you are. Here's the problem. And you're speaking to it. You see the problem. And you say, I can. So that small word, the small little letter, that T, that can't and that can, is what changes everything. So now your body behaves in a way where you can overcome this problem. So you overcome this problem. You find ways, you find little tiny things in there where you can overcome the problem. This is speaking life into a particular situation, which originates the way you behave, the way you think, the way you do things. So this is the way you perceive things in your mind. This is the way you speak to yourself, the way you speak to your situations in life. Right? You're running into a hurdle, you're running into a problem. You speak life into the problem, which helps you overcome it. The second thing is speaking life, speaking death to people. Imagine this. Here you are. Here you are. Here's your friend or your boss or somebody in your life, and you're speaking to them. And this is how you have things, you have ideas in your brain. Ideas in your brain that can help them, or that can help them get to the outcome that you're looking for. So say it's a raise. Say you're trying to open up a business. Say it's prospecting a client. So you're talking with a client, you're trying to get a raise, but you're talking in a manner that does not, so when you in your head it sounds good, but when you're trying to get it out of your mouth, you're just jumbling it up. You're jumbling it up, and guess what happens? The way you get it across doesn't help them understand what you're talking about, right? Speaking death, or you're saying things that don't jive well with them, right? You're saying you suck. Or you're saying things that aren't pleasing. You're not speaking life into them, right? You jumble it up. Your mouthpiece jumbles it up. On the other hand, imagine this. Here's a person. They have something to say to this individual, say it's their boss. There's an idea in here, and they're trying to get it across to their boss. The only means of action to do that is through their mouth. And now imagine they say something, they say it right, they say it the right way. So they say it the right way. So they're trying to get something across. They say it the right way, in the right manner, where they can understand it. They say it in the right way, in the right manner, so that they can understand it. That is the difference of life or death. Speaking of life, this little rudder that helps you direct your boat. Imagine a big boat. Imagine a big boat, and you have this small little thing that helps you guide the boat. Without it, you cannot guide the boat. You cannot lead the boat. You cannot move the boat in the way you want it to move. But once you train this, you can move the boat in any which manner you'd like. This small thing can change your life. If you can focus on the words you say, it could completely change your life. But how does that even correlate to making money, or to living a better life, or to influencing people, or to having the outcome that you want to have? The mouth is sales. Sales is everything. Everything you do in life is sales. Hey, I want to talk to my wife and I want her to do something. The way you say it will affect the way she does it. The way you speak to your boss it will affect the way they respond. The way you speak to a client will dictate the way they respond to a particular outcome. The way you frame things, not in a manipulative manner, but in an ethical manner, that you're looking out for them, to help them, to overcome their obstacles, or to help them make a better decision. Everything you do in life is sales. Everybody talks about it, but let me show you why. Everything you do in life is sales, because everything you do in life is overcoming problems. Everything you do in life is sales, because everything you do in life is overcoming problems, and the way you speak to those problems is how you overcome those problems. If you speak in your mind good thoughts, you behave in a good manner. If you speak in your mind bad thoughts, you behave in a manner that's not appropriate to where you want to go. So it always depends on the way you speak to yourself. So first yourself, then the situations, then the people. Those are the major three things that you'll be speaking to on a daily basis. First is yourself, then it's your situations, right? First it's your overcoming the negative thoughts in your head, or whoever's planted negative thoughts, overcoming those. Then the situations in your life, speaking to life to those problems, like, hey, I can do this. I can overcome this. I can make this happen. Then speaking to other people in your life to help you or to guide them in a better manner. Everything is sales. But how does that correlate to making money? Let me show you. Making money, you need to have a business, right? So it's either you have a business or you work in a business. Business is the way God intended for money production. You cannot go out there and steal. That's not ethical. You can't go out there, rob, manipulate people. So business is created where you sell something or you give something in return for something else. You give $1 to give somebody value, or you get $1 to give value to people. Somebody goes and buys a house. Somebody goes and buys a car. There's business. There's transactions. Everything is sales. Everything is sales. Everything is a business. And how do you grow a business? I teach this. There are seeds. There are 4 seeds in life to grow a business, and this can be used in any aspect of your life. Any aspect of your life, you can use this situation. 4 seeds in growing a business. Every thought is a seed. Every thought is a seed that originates here. Every word is a seed. Every deed, working with your hands, is a seed. Every dollar is a seed that you plant into the future. So you can, every thought, you originate a thought for your business to grow your business, and then you speak to your clients to grow your business, right? Or you speak to prospects to grow your business, or you speak to vendors to grow your business. Every deed you work in your business to grow your business. Every dollar you put in more money into your business to grow your business. Every thought is your marketing. So let me show you something. How this correlates to your business. Every thought is your marketing. Every thought is your marketing. So your thoughts are, how do you think about a particular business? How are you having people perceive your business? Every thought. How do you plant yourself into the minds of people? Every word in your business, that's sales. How do you speak to your clients to buy your product? So thought is, how do you plant seeds into your one-to-many. So you're running ads, you're running advertisements, or you're branding, stuff like that. So you're marketing. Every word, how do you talk to your clients? When you're face-to-face with your prospects, how do you talk to your clients? Every deed is manual labor. So this is the work you do. And then every dollar. So every dollar is investments into your business. So every dollar fuels, either you pay your employees, you pay your sales reps, or you pay for marketing. So this is the ways to grow your business. So first you get your marketing, sales, and you get people to work there. You get paid based on how much higher you are in this system. So the higher you up are in this system, the more money you make. So the more money you will make, the higher you up are on in this system. So you can either go out there and build this whole system. So you can build this whole car. You can go out there and build this whole system. So you have 2 options. You can either build this whole system, build it from the ground up, every single little piece, which I will eventually teach you, because I am in the process of trying to do that myself. So once I've done it, I will document it. I will show you guys the best manner, best plan of action to do so. So you can either build this system, this car, or you can just join. Easiest path is to join, right? So over here, the Bible says the lips, from the produce of his lips, he shall be satisfied. Right? The power of the tongue will eat its fruit. Right? From the fruit of his mouth, whatever comes out of his mouth will feed his stomach. Will feed the stomach. Let's go back here. So you can either build, right? The easiest path is to just join. And what have we learned? From the fruit of the mouth, we will be filled. We will love what we eat. From the fruit of the mouth, which of these 3 is the mouth? So you join as one of the salespeople. This is the fastest path to making your money. You can join in as one of the salespeople. You can work, for sure you can work, manual labor, but then you're putting your body through the test, and you can only do that for so long. Higher up you go, the more leverage you have. Marketing is a broader spectrum, and you need to be really refined. In order to be a good marketer, you have to be a good salesperson. The best marketers are good salespeople. That is the way. And in sales, all you have to do is join a company and become one of the sales reps. So you have a company that's already mastered their marketing, that's already has people in place for fulfillment, to take care of the back end once this product is sold, and is already putting money in to pay you and pay the workers and the marketing. All you have to do is just plop your chair in that seat when everybody else is taking care of the rest, and you have to work on what you say. That's all you have to do. That is all you have to do, is plop yourself in a place where all you have to do is sit there and talk. Just sit there and talk. No other thing to do. No worrying about taxes. No worrying about the business, the operation, the marketing. No worrying about people, managing the people. Just sit there and work. Sometimes the salespeople make more than the managers at times. So, who do you join? Like, where do you join to work this? So one place you join is a bigger corporation who has that. So I would say top 3 things. So you have to find something that people already buy and plop yourself there. If you're newer to sales, if you're trying to learn, I would probably say cell phone services. / internet. Cell phone / internet, because you're transacting daily. You're getting the reps and people come in day in after, transacting daily. Something that people already buy, and you're just sitting there providing that service. All you're doing is sitting there, talking to them, and helping them make a decision. Cell phone services. Second thing. So, what's one major thing that moves the market in America? You think of America, you think of a house, right? You think of a house. People buy a house, people sell a house. I'm not saying become a real estate agent. So if you become a real estate agent, the issue that you will run into, because that is a business that you're building, you have to manage all 3 of these things, all 4 of these things. You can get into new home sales. New home sales. All you have to do is plop your chair down, get good with your mouth, talk to people, and just help them transact. That's it. That's all you have to do. Obviously, be able to deal with the stress and everything else that comes with it. The third thing, once people buy a home, what else do they need? What else do they need? Furniture. So you need a bed. Look at that. They got the bed. They have a couch. They need furniture to fill the house. If people buy a home, they're going to want to buy furniture. So this is what I mean. This is super easy. All you have to do is plop yourself down. People are already taking care of the marketing. They're already taking care of the workers for fulfillment. They're already taking care of the money to fuel everything. All you have to do is sit there, talk with your mouth. And another thing is, how do you talk to people? So I'll give you a few examples. Number 1, you're going to smiling, joyful, and you're going to be joyful, smiling, joyful, and grateful. So you're going to come there and be like, hey, how's it going? Hey, nice to meet you. Good to see you. How can I help you today? Boom. Just be pleasing. Smile and have a good attitude, right? Another thing is, be honest. What you say will bring life or death. If you're speaking lies, that is death. If you're speaking life to people, meaning you're actually telling the truth to people, they will come back for more and more and feel like they never got ripped off. They never got sold in a manner that they didn't want to get sold. So be ethical, be honest, right? Smile, joyful, grateful. Do be honest. Do remember names. The best thing people like to hear is their own name. And then we're going to, 4, do solve their problem. Right? To solve people's problems. People come in to a particular area, they come into the establishment for a problem to be solved, whether it's to get a new phone, whether it's to buy a home, or whether it's to buy furniture. There's so many other arenas too. People come there to buy something. They're there to buy something. Solve their problem. Don't sell yourself out of the problem. Just they're there to solve a problem. Just solve their problem. And the last thing, this is the most important thing. Do ask for the business. When they're there, you're solving their problem, ask for the business. Are you ready to move forward? Here's the documents. Let's get started. Here, let me walk you over here. Let's take care of this. Let's get this done. Let's get you into the new house. Let's get you the new furniture. Let's get you the cell phone. Solve their problem. If they have a problem, you solve it. And then ask for the sale. Don't be like, okay, cool, whatever you want to do. Have a good day. Solve the problem. I am telling you, this right here is the blueprint. The blueprint to your fastest path to cash. Your mouth, once you obtain hold of your mouth, rein it in, and once you learn and train it and how to speak to people, how to speak to yourself, how to speak to your situation, how to speak to people, you will have control of your life. You will be able to make more money, you'll be able to live a better life, and you'll be able to talk with people in an effective manner. So just keep in mind, I'm here, I'm rooting for you, I'm here to look out for you, and I want to provide more value for you guys, and just staying blessed by the best. I'll catch you guys in the next one.